Hello, Jarrell from Sungrand here. I wanted to thank everyone for picking up Three Down Stars and playing it and supporting us, sharing their feedback and whatnot. It has come to our attention that there are a number of glitches that players are finding, that some are mostly just aesthetic, and others are quite substantial and are game breaking. And we do apologize for that. It's quite disheartening for our team because we've poured in thousands of hours of development and hundreds of hours into testing. And it's come to our attention that there are a lot more bugs that have gone through into the build that was published than we realized. Um, and so we've looked into it, what has happened to cause all of this, which is very unfortunate. Again, we do apologize. Is during the last month of development, our main machine, which we were using to program and build and fine tune the game and prepare it for publishing, that computer crashed. The hard drive died while we were backing up about a week's work of progress. And what happened was when we set up a new machine, we recovered the data from the old hard drive. Quite a bit of the data got corrupted, and we didn't realize that data had corrupted. And by the time we had reached that point in development, we were so close to the deadline. We didn't have time to play through the game again and again and again, as we had to keep making more and more adjustments, and we would keep making new builds and keep making more adjustments and fixing and fine tuning as we were requested. And there just wasn't enough time. We didn't have enough resources, and so things that worked perfectly fine before the crash were suddenly broken. There's weird glitches in the game where there's data missing that causes crashes. There are events that loop endlessly that will get the player trapped in an event that they'll never be able to escape, and they won't be able to finish the story mode of the game. The buildings you can walk through, there's areas of the game you can fall through. And it's disheartening because we understand as a studio this is our first major title, and it makes us look like we don't know what we're doing. It makes us appear incompetent. And unfortunately, we're just going to have to accept that that's the final product. Um, at the end of the day, I'm in charge of making sure that a quality product is pushed out the door. And I really don't want to turn this into a game of excuses. But what happened is, for the last 5 weeks of development, I had a family emergency. So I had to leave the country for 5 weeks, which means that during this chaos, when there's so many things that needed to be checked, a number of things that needed to be fixed, I couldn't be there in the office, and I had very important family issues that I had to focus on. And the only work that I could do was really manage paperwork with Nintendo and prepare the publishing process. And there wasn't a whole lot I could do to make sure that there weren't game-breaking glitches. So unfortunately, I accept responsibility for that. The responsibility falls onto me. And I do apologize that the end product that we sent out to people is something that's quite broken. And as a gamer myself, I would be frustrated and I would be very irritated if I paid for a product and it was as faulty as this. So I sincerely and humbly apologize to you, and I request and ask and hope that you guys will stick with us. Since I got back to the office in the middle of December, I've been working 18 hours a day trying to get all this stuff fixed up. But after the game was pushed out the door and players are playing it, they've reported more issues to us, and these are things that I wish we had time to work on it, but the end of development was very difficult. It was very demanding. Uh, there were a lot of things that were out of our control, and we just did the best we could. So we're just going to have to take the hit. We understand that their early reviews are going to be quite negative, but we've been working our hardest to get these issues fixed up. So all the game-breaking glitches that cause problems, people will not be able to finish a story mode on the first build of the game that was published. Frontier Fighters mode at least does work. So we thank you so much for being interested in the game, and if you do want to keep playing it for the time being, we request that you try to enjoy Frontier Fighters mode instead of the story mode. And we are currently preparing our build to fix all of this stuff, and we'll be sending it through to Nintendo probably today or tomorrow. we appreciate all the feedback. We will be folding in some requests that people have made over social media to sort of fine-tune and cater the experience of the game to just be a bit smoother and more streamlined. So thank you very much for your understanding. We realize this sucks, but we've done the best we can, and we're going to keep doing the best we can. But personal issues happen, and technical emergencies happen. So we thank you for understanding, and we hope you'll stick with us because we have a lot planned for 3 Down Stars. We have even more planned for our future games. Now that 3 Down Stars has launched, we would like to make some announcements about our future games as well. We have the 4 upcoming exclusive 3DS games, and we hope that we can make announcements about some Switch titles that we have in development that are in the 3 Down Stars series that have strong connections to the 3DS games. Thank you very much again, and please stay tuned. We will be making announcements about the Ambassador Program and how to claim those benefits from that, and when the update for 3 Down Stars, which fixes all of these glitches, when that will be available. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year.